This is Wrap the News. Today we're going to be exposing all those who worship the image of the beast and receive the mark of his name, plus those who don't believe Jesus Christ was infiltrated throughout the Torah. Let's get into it. 1 Maccabees 3:48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So now, who are the heathen? They are the Gentiles. And what do Gentiles look like? Like this. So here we have Watchman Reports putting out a video, right? Deborah and Watchman Yah. And you can faintly see it. It's going to come in clear. The false image and false name Jesus, and that's the image of the beast and his name Jesus, which aka Christian, equals idolatry. This is what bothers me. You can clearly say Jesus is a false image and the name is a false name because there's no J in Hebrew, right? And then to worship creation is idolatry. And then they'll go right behind that and worship who they call Yahushua, which is nothing but Jesus Christ with a different name, Yahushua. And then the camps will do the same thing. They can see that this is a false image, and they can see that this is a false name. And then they'll change the name and the image, it's the same character, and worship this Jesus character, this Yahushai, which is idolatry. They're saying it right there. I didn't make this. They made this, right? And so let's see what they made here.
The false image of the Messiah, Christ, the most common images seen in many homes and churches, is the image of Caesar Borgia, son of Pope Alexander VI, who employed Leonardo da Vinci, his son Caesar's gay lover, to paint Caesar as the Christ.
Last time you saw me, I actually came clean and told you that I wasn't the real Jesus. I also told you that I was created to make certain populations happy and comfortable. Well, I am glad to see that many of you are loyal and enjoy strong delusions and still want me as your savior. Wow, what idiots!
So we know that this is the image of the beast, and his name is Christ crucified, and you are the body of Christ, meaning you received the image of the beast and his name, Christian. Let's go into it a little further. Daniel 7, number 7. After this, while I was watching in the night vision, suddenly a fourth beast appeared, frightening and dreadful and incredibly strong, and these are the nations. With large iron teeth it devoured and crushed, and it trampled with its feet whatever was left. It was different from all the beasts before it, and it had 10 horns. So it's going to explain it a little further on down the line. Daniel 7:24. The 10 horns are 10 kings, which is what? Gentiles. 10 Gentile kings. And they call the Gentile kings what? Beast. Let's keep going. Deuteronomy 32:8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, meaning that the nations are not the sons of Adam, because then how can they be separated from them? He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. We're going to say it differently now. Same verse, a different version. So this is the Christian Standard Bible version. When the Most High gave the nations their inheritance and divided the human race. See, they're not the human race. He set the boundaries of the people according to the number of the people of Israel. Right? So one is saying he separated Adam and divided the boundaries of the Gentiles from the number of the children of Israel. But they try to make it as confusing as possible so you don't know who is the beast. But we know now because we're seeing it clearly. It's made clear to you because we're in the end times. I will also, and this is Leviticus 26:22, send wild beasts among you. So God is sending what? Beasts among us. They shall rob us of our children. What's happening in the streets with the police? Right? And destroy your cattle and make you few in number. So now we are the what? Minority. Who made us the minority? The beast did. And that's the image. Right? And your highway shall be desolate. How do we know that these are the nations? Deuteronomy 4:27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, which is what? The heathen. And you shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you. Right? So it's saying, who made us few in number? The wild beast did. Who made us few in number? The heathen. They are the same thing, according to the scriptures. Now we're going to go to Jonah. Jonah 3:8. But let man and beast be covered with sackcloth. Where did he go to? The men of Nineveh. Don't let the camps and any of these foolish people tell you those were Hebrew Israelites. They were not. They were Gentile, and they still a Gentile nation. And cry mightily unto God. You're gonna put a cowl on, a sackcloth, and tell this cow to cry mightily to God? No, it's a Gentile. Let them turn everyone from his evil way and from the violence that is in their hands. So the cow got to turn from his evil way in sackcloth and cry mightily to the Lord? No, it's talking directly about a Gentile because in the last 5 verses it already told you who they were. Revelation 13:15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Life unto the image of the beast. How does he give the beast life? He put him in the book of life. The Gentiles, it's not their book. It already said, this is the book of Adam. This is the book for the children of Israel. So the book was only made for the children of Israel to know who they are in later times, right? And so this also is the book of life. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And we know the Crusades and all of that, and the people who were spreading the Knights Templar, this false message and killing people. Romans 1:23. So they changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image of the beast, right? And made and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. So God said he created mankind, which is sons of Adam, upright, and he created them sinners, estranged from the womb, right? He made them crooked, corruptible man. Ephesians 2:11. Wherefore remember that you being in the time past Gentiles in the flesh, right? Who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision, right? So Gentiles are in the flesh. So now they're going to pump the image to you, right? Again, they laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen sought to paint the likeness of their images. They are in the flesh, right? Gentiles in the flesh. Now, and every spirit, 1 John 4:3, that confesses not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh, that he's white, is not of God. That's the God of the earth, the false God, right? The God in the flesh. And this is the spirit of the Antichrist, and that's Antichrist crucified. Where ye of have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world, right? And everybody looking for some mysterious evil man, and they need to just go look in the mirror. You found him. Hebrews 7:12, for the priesthood being changed, there is made a necessity, a change also to the law. So what did they change in the law? They painted the likeness of their images. Who is the heathen? The nations, the Gentiles. What did the Gentiles look like? That. They painted the likeness of their images. It's right there. It's black and white. Everybody can see. It's clear. Right? They changed the priesthood and they changed the law. What they do to the law? Painted the likeness of their images right in it. I did a whole video. It's 33 minutes long exactly, which I showed that Jesus Christ was in the Torah. We're going to play a little bit of it and move on. Daniel 7:13. In my vision at night I looked, and there before me was one like the Son of Man coming with clouds in heaven. We know that's Jesus. What man is going to be coming out of the clouds, or one like the Son of Man? Luke 21:27. And then they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. So we're going to stop it right there. So in my vision at night I looked, and there before me was one like the likeness of their image. They painted it where? In the Torah. Daniel 7:13 is where they painted it. Right? And I went for 33 minutes showing the likenesses of the images. Over and over and over again. Verse after verse after verse. And I made it clear unto them. Right? Clear. Now, you got a Pastor Greg Locke right here. He's going to make it clearer to you of where the likenesses of their images is in the Torah, because he knows every last one. Let's hear him speak and tell you the truth.
But I want to prove to you that Jesus is in every book of the Bible. He's in every Old Testament 39 books. He's in every New Testament 27 books. I mean, from Genesis to Revelation, Jesus is on every page. In Genesis, he's the seed of the woman. And in Exodus, he's the rock. In Leviticus, he's the sacrificial lamb. And in Numbers, he's our brazen serpent. In Deuteronomy, he's the prophet. In Joshua, he's the captain of the Lord's host. In Judges, he's the great judge. In Ruth, he's our kinsman redeemer. In 1 and 2 Samuel, he's the great king. In 1 and 2 Kings, he's the still small voice of God. In 1 and 2 Chronicles, he's the bloodline of history. In Ezra, he's the pleading one. In Nehemiah, he's the battling builder. In Esther, he's the unseen hand. In Job, he's the living redeemer. In Psalms, he's the shepherd, he's the shield, and he's the strong tower. In Wisdom or Proverbs, he's wisdom personified. In Ecclesiastes, he's the fiery preacher. In Song of Solomon, he's the altogether lovely one. In Isaiah, he's wonderful, counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, and the Prince of Peace. In Jeremiah, he's the weeping one. In Lamentation, he is the final authority. In Ezekiel, he's the watchman on the wall. In Daniel, he's the fourth man in the fire. In Hosea, he's the wedding groom. In Joel, he's the coming judge. In Amos, he's the plumb line. In Obadiah, he's the mighty one. In Jonah, he's the ambassador. In Micah, he's the ruler of nations. In Nahum, he's the destroyer. In Habakkuk, he's the vision of God. In Zephaniah, he's the messenger of Jehovah. In Haggai, he's the chosen one. In Zechariah, he's the Lord of hosts. In Malachi, he's the fulfillment of prophecy. And that's just the Old Testament.
Wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likenesses of their images all throughout the Old Testament. So now you have me proven over and over and over again, that the likeness of their images is right there, right? And then you have Pastor Greg Locke telling you the likeness of the images is right there. You're worshiping the beast and the likeness of his images, reading the Torah and the Bible, and I have told you for many years there was no difference. The Bible was corrupted as well as the Torah. We're going to read one more because I know there's some hardheads out there. Daniel 7:26, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion. Whose dominion? Satan's, to consume and destroy it in the end, and the kingdom and dominion. 1 Corinthians 15:24, so it's Old and New Testament. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to God, even the Father, when he shall put down all rule and all authority and all power. Which who had all rule and all power? The devil. Right? And he had power to give life to the image of the beast, the likeness of their image. Lastly, Ashley, Revelations 14:11, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image. Who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name, Christ crucified. Christian, there is nothing else to be said. It's clear, right? And everybody who continues down this path right here, knowing that is idolatry, it says you will all burn in the lake of fire. That is the punishment for idolatry, for worshiping the beast and receiving the mark of his name. This is Raptor News.